Is Sirisena an agent of China? Lion of Kalutara rejects rejoining Rajapaksas. Plan to build a political bridge. Namal stays the course despite SLPP fireworks.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Is Sirisena an agent of China? Former President Maithripala Sirisena is known for his characteristic talk and behaviour for his own convenience and benefit. If something goes wrong, he is ready with an excuse too. Like it or not, he is the newsmaker these days. He made an earth-shattering claim that he knows the masterminds of the Easter Sunday attacks. Then, he expelled 3 party seniors from their positions. Also, he promoted Vijayadasa as a presidential hopeful. Just yesterday, he was in Anuradhapura with the family to pay homage at Ruwanweli Stupa. Government big shots say the gravest harm from his claim came to the country's international relations. His statement to the Criminal Investigations Department hinted at India being behind the attacks. New Delhi, as well as Washington and Beijing, have not taken that allegation any lightly. Some say his claim is intended for India at the bidding of China. Whenever India goes to national elections, something impactful happens back here to influence votes mainly in Tamil Nadu. In the meantime, President Ranil Wickremesinghe sent his Chief of Staff Sagala Ratnayaka to India and Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena to China, and Sirisena's advisor Sajin Vas Gunawardena held secret talks with US Ambassador Julie Chung. It will soon be known in courts if Sirisena got involved in all these knowingly or unknowingly. Anyway, he stripped Mahinda Amarawira, Lasantha Alagiawane, and Duminda Disanayake of party positions, and promptly was challenged in courts. The Colombo District Court issued an injunction against the removals effective until April 8th. Soon after the court order came, Alagiawane and Duminda went to the SLFP headquarters and held a media briefing. Duminda said the party should be saved from the habitual crossover of an advisor who carries tails, but he did not give a name. Comments on social media give 2 names, Sajin Vas and Shamila Leonag. The media briefing was an open challenge to Sirisena, where he was accused of trying to be a candidate with the belief that the entire country wants him to be so. He is a prime example of how one loses even common sense when blinded by power. Lion of Kalutara rejects rejoining Rajapaksas. Presidential hopeful Dilith Jayawira's media network is very busy with news plants. An article in today's Aruna newspaper says the Lion of Kalutara is back with Mahinda. The reference is to MP Kumar Welgama, former SLFP strongman who joined the Rajapaksas when they formed the SLPP. But he dropped out after Gotabaya Rajapaksa was named the presidential candidate and joined the SJB. Re-elected from Kalutara, he then formed a party with Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga. According to the newspaper, Welgama met ex-President Mahinda on the 28th and agreed to work with him again. He is due to be on stage with Mahinda in Matugama before the new year. When inquired, he rejected it, saying, "I am not a madman to go back to the Rajapaksas." He said that there is nothing to hide, that he would support Ranil this time as a party. Just like Welgama does, almost anyone asks the same question if they are insane to be with the Rajapaksas again. Plan to build a political bridge. The big boss in the government wanted to go to the home of the big boss in the opposition. The intention was to visit that one's child. But some in the opposition opposed, saying it could give the message to the country that it would be one with political intentions. In the end, that plan was abandoned. Those in the opposition say the real intention of the one in the government was to build a political bridge. The above was carried by Irida Deshaya newspaper. True or false, it is correct to say the government tries to bait MPs from the opposition. Namal stays the course despite SLPP fireworks. Now, State Minister Shehan Semasinghe joined the pro-Ranil bandwagon by saying that Ranil is the leader. We want Ranil. His leadership is needed in the future. He says Ranil is proving himself to be the best-suited leader to resolve the crisis. Semasinghe was speaking to journalists yesterday at a press briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre. As Sirisena joins Prasanna, Mahindananda, Kanchana and the lot to campaign on behalf of Ranil, the Rajapaksas have decided to field Namal as the presidential candidate. The first step in that direction was his appointment as the SLPP's national organiser. It is untrue that Basil is worried by that. Actually, he was behind Namal's appointment. About 2 weeks ago, Namal told young SLPP MPs that Prasanna should be made the national organiser. Kuttiarachchi objected. He inquired as to how they could appoint a national organiser who wants Ranil made president, noting that it is better to disband the party and join the UMP. Then, all said in unison that Namal should get that position, but he insisted that Prasanna should be given a top party post. Some say it was a drama planned by Namal and Kuttiarachchi. Lanka News reports that Basil has told Namal and his team to prepare for the presidential polls. Youth wings of the SLPP has vehemently opposed supporting Ranil and already decided to withdraw from the campaign he has made their candidate. They are insisting that Namal should contest. This view is echoed by those including his close friend Damita Wickramasinghe and other aides. There are suspicions over Namal's sudden trip overseas immediately after the Tangaul rally at the weekend. It is said that he has gone on a matter related to the election campaign. Leading the crusade to make Namal their candidate is none other than Gota's advisor Aranda Ginigai. He and his ilk are bent on making trouble for Ranil. Our prediction that the presidential election this time will shake up the political map is proving to be correct. Much more is bound to happen. That's it for today.